Good morning from St. Petersburg, Florida. We are ready for a full day of bowl activities, and here in St. Pete, the cheerleaders already have done their lifting, and the big fellas, they're sending splashdowns from here to all the way across the bay. It's time for football as we start this wonderful day with the St. Pete Bowl. It's Conference USA versus the American. Marshall bowling once again. UCONN back in the postseason for the first time since the 2011 Fiesta Bowl, as the helmets get dropped down from above here in St. Pete. History of quarterbacks playing well in the postseason. We start, of course, with BYRON LEFTWICH, 2001 GMAC Bowl, perhaps the greatest comeback in college football postseason history. Chad Pennington, all he did was lead them to the FCS National Championship game, and then 2 years later, the first bowl win in Marshall history. And then RAKEEM CATO, all he did was set an NCAA record with his 48th consecutive game with a touchdown pass in last year's bowl win. That brings us to today. Chase Litton, their freshman quarterback, got off to a better start than any of those three Marshall legends.
6'6" in stature, huge physical specimen on the football field. He's got a strong arm, and he's been efficient, not turning the ball over. 22 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. It'll be key against this veteran-laden UConn defense.
Holiday for Marshall. Got him playing once again, and we are underway from St. Pete. Arkell Newsom will watch this one go over his head. Marshall won the toss, but elected to defer. Redshirt sophomore from Jefferson, Georgia. He's a North Carolina State transfer, and he's got Arkell Newsom in the backfield behind him. Run-heavy offense, and they start with Newsom. He's having a tough time finding room on the right side, and Newsom goes backwards for a yard. Dontre Tyler with the tackle. Newsom is the back. Popped in the backfield and dropped by Jarquez Samuel. Big hit, and UConn will have to punt it away.
We talked about not having the size, but they got the speed, and Samuels is a guy that can adjust himself, move into different gaps, and see here, just beats the guard one-on-one and makes a big tackle in the backfield. That's a presence, a strong play early on for this Marshall defense.
He's still their leading rusher, despite the fact that he's missed more than half the season. A little play action, and Litton looking deep. He's got a man, and it's a first down. DeAndre Reeves into UConn territory, gain of 21.
You see the escapability to get outside the pocket by Litton and to get the ball on target and his most explosive receiver in DeAndre Reeves for a big play. Well, you know, they got a lot of speed on this team, and they trust their tacklers. They're going to keep it big on the outside, try to match up with their speed in this game.
They go a little bit bigger now. Ricardo Williams comes in, extra defensive lineman, and they get pressure on Sheriffs and drop him. It's Steve Dillon this time. Loss of 5.
Steve Dillon doesn't buy on the fake here, and he's the read option player. They're trying to get him out of space. He just comes up the field and makes a tackle right here. Doesn't follow any of the backs coming across the field. Huge play, TFL.
3rd down 9 for Bryant Sheriffs. Bob Diaco's team trying to make something happen early. Sheriffs steps up over the middle, almost picked. Evan McKelvey, the 6th-year senior, Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year, was right there.
He's a young player that in space, he's very versatile. He's a lighter linebacker, not an NFL body, but he can cover in the pass game, just staying at home in the middle of the field, reading quarterback's eyes, almost gets the interception.
Wayne punting from foul territory on the 3rd base side. Reeves on the run. First man misses. Trying to find a seam. DeAndre Reeves going the wrong way. Here he is upfield, looking for a block. And Reeves takes it inside the 20 to set Marshall up for great field position. He went across 2 bridges and a bay to get back. 36-yard punt, 26-yard return.
You're right. I mean, this is a young man that's explosive. And we talked about him being a guy that can take back a kick at any point in this football game. Does a tremendous job to beat you with his speed, to see the explosion. It really has changed the dynamic of this offense. And he's been pushing hard, chomping at the bit with Coach Holiday to get in this game. He is a senior. Over 1,700 yards last year, Tom. That's a big chunk of offense not in there for this team at the end of the year.
That was number 2 in single-season school history as a running back at Marshall. He's a converted tight end. The question is, how durable will he be? And they give it to him. First opportunity. Johnson takes it straight ahead. That's his style of running. But suffering a back injury months ago. We'll see if he can hold up. It's a gain of 4. Marquise Band with the stop.
You see that power getting downhill. He's a former hybrid tight end for this team, so he's been a player that's taken a lot of beating over the last couple of years, but they definitely miss him as the workhorse of this offense.
He was a Doak Walker Award semifinalist, All Conference USA first team selection last season with 10 100-yard games. Second down and 6. Marshall, remember, great field position thanks to the punt return by DeAndre Reeves. Play action, Litton over the middle, lob, tied in, touchdown! Ryan Juracek, and Marshall's on the board. Ninth receiving touchdown of the season for Ryan Juracek.
Big time red zone target, huge play. He's going to try to fake out the defense, come across underneath the field there. He's going to hit the middle seam. Chase Litton does a nice job getting the ball up high, dropping it in.
Nick Smith on for the extra point. He boots it through. That was a quick one. 2 plays. The cover just 20 yards in only 49 seconds needed for Marshall to take a 7-0 lead thanks to the great field position afforded by DeAndre Reeves and Litton with his 23rd touchdown pass. They motion Newsome out. Sheriff's on the design quarterback draw. Couldn't make it past the line of scrimmage. Jarquez Samuel there in the front 4 for Marshall having a strong start. Hyleek Foster back at tailback for Marshall. We saw Devin Johnson on the last possession for the Thundering Herd. It was just a 2-possession drive. Different field position here. Litton lets it go on an out route. That's complete to Devontae Allen. A lot of weapons for Chase Litton to choose from. Chase Litton threw for 2,300 yards this season. He's thrown 23 touchdown passes against 7 interceptions. Hands it off to Foster. Hyleek Foster with a first down run. Family making the short trip over. Low snap. He handles it and gets it away. Complete for a first down to Deontay McManus. First catch today for McManus, and it goes for 7. Chase Litton gives it to Foster. Sneaks through. He's got a first down. Somehow he slipped through. Finally, Melifonwu brought him to the turf after a gain of 14.
Dowry does a nice job, the right guard, of making a key block. But you see that squirtingness out of him as a running back.
Litton scanning the field, finds his man for a first down. Emmanuel Byrd, gain of 15.
Really good with his eyes down the field. When you roll out, you get multiple receivers in your vision. He finds the movable piece at the tight end position, Emmanuel Byrd, who stepped in off the outside and makes a big catch.
In the football offseason, second down at 10. Litton sets his feet, strong arm. Hanging a U-turn is Reeves, and he's inside the 10 for the first down.
And that's a great point. He does get to set his feet. But Reeves is going to come underneath. They're going to have an outside post route, and he's going to have one-on-one with the inside defender. Beats him wide open in space. That's a tough matchup with Melifonwu.
Tyler Williams is the holder. Able to knock it through, and so Marshall extends its lead on a 20-yard field goal. Chase Litton will set up with the ball on the third baseline. Play action out of the end zone. Strong throw, wide open is Devontae Allen. The nation with 17 interceptions this year. UConn defense. Litton, pressured, gets popped. It is almost picked, but it found its way through. DeAndre Reeves with the grab.
Well, they decide to go man-to-man defense, just like we talked about, pressure the wide receivers, but the speed and quickness out of his break with number 19, Reeves. He's a tremendous player. Nice catch.
Chase Litton got absolutely smoked on that play. Wasn't quite BYRON Leftwich being carried down the field, but a couple of those guys had to help him up, and he limped his way to the line. Devin Johnson straight ahead, and he rips off a 9-yard gain on first down. He's only 4 for 11 for 25 yards over his last 3 appearances since game 2 of the season, when he was injured and ineffective against Ohio. 3rd and 3. Birdsong will take it himself. He's got a first down. So Birdsong asked to run the football since Litton's been so banged up, you assume, and able to convert. 3 minutes and 38 seconds chewed up already on this drive by the Marshall offense. Again to the outside. Bird sneaks free, and he squirts his way to the 30, gain of 8. Finally brought down by Jamar Summers. 3rd and a short 2 if they go back to the quarterback draw or sneak. They fake the jet sweep. Birdsong hit at the line of scrimmage. Finally powers his way for a first down. Big play by Birdsong, who transferred from James Madison. Another fresh set of downs.
When you got these dynamic receivers on the outside.
It would be a 45-yard field goal if they find nothing here. Litton pressured, steps up. Checks down over the middle, complete to the tight end. Juracek, 5 on the clock, timeout taken. It'll be 3 by the time it finally stops. And they're going to bring the kicking team on. Back-to-back freezing timeouts to try and chill out Nick Smith. Plenty of leg on the kick, and good. So Nick Smith, 2 field goals in the first half from 20 and 28. And it caps an 85-yard, 4:57 drive. Marshall will receive the second half kickoff. They lead 13-7. Yeah, one of the big guys must have been blocking the clock in the auxiliary locker room. Touch pass. Here's Reeves trying to find the edge. He grabs a first down and scampers out of bounds. That'll be a pass for Chase Litton. It's a gain of nearly 8. Another catch for Juracek. He's got 3 for 39, and Marshall's lone touchdown. Tony Pittman is now entered at tailback for the first time today. Sophomore from Hampton, Virginia. And Michael Birdsong back at quarterback. Birdsong with the carry. Birdsong and Pittman back in. Little zone read. Maybe the quarterback keeps on 3rd and short. Who knew that was coming? And he's right at the marker. We'll see if he got it.
On first down.
UConn staying no huddle. Itching to find some offense. Sheriff's had a man open over the middle a little bit late, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kendall Gant. There's the turnover. Takeaway for Marshall, and it's Gant's 2nd pick of the season.
Sheriff's just basically eyeballs this route all the way across. Alec Bloom is open initially, but because of the fact that he's able to catch up to him, Gant does a nice job of just getting in front of him, catching it up with speed. Tight ends aren't the fastest. Remember, Tommy Myers is starting.
On 3rd and 10, they roll Litton left. Fires a strike complete to Reeves. A first down and a few more. Finally brought down by Obi Melifonwu. That's a gain of, call it 17.
Press man-to-man coverage on 3rd down today by UConn, and they have not been able to stay with the inside receiver, DeAndre Reeves.
Goes underneath. Knight tries to change direction, and he's able to find his way to the marker. Wow. Javon Hadley finally with the stop. That was 3 yards short of the first down when he received it.
And that was all Knight there, making somebody miss. You talk about playing fast, and it's a race for space. UConn there couldn't track him down to make the tackle. All wide receiver on that one.
Play action. Litton running around. Will take off, and he reaches forward to try and get it past the marker. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to bring up 3rd and a foot.
It's nice to have a quarterback that has escapability to make people miss get outside the pocket. He's got good speed, awareness.
Got a minute to go in the third, and across midfield for just a second time today. Sheriffs, a little bit of pressure coming from B, and he gets to him. Ryan B brings down Bryant Sheriffs. First sack of the day for Marshall. It's a loss of 2.
Again, great coverage on the back end, Tom, but to me, when you're a running style quarterback, when you're looking past your second to third read, that third read's got to be the run. He's got to get quicker in his mind, a quicker clock to take off and get what they give you. Big hole on the left side, doesn't quite get there, and ends up taking a sack.
He's been a great running quarterback all season. They bring everybody in the blitz on 3rd and 10 deep ball, and it's batted away. Tremendous play by Rodney Allen, denying Noel Thomas. They brought the house.
We've seen some deep balls today, again, with both of these teams, and we see some good quarterback play. And this, again, very nice job just getting back, seeing the quarterback's eyes, tracking the football, and Allen reaching up and knocking this away, finally trying to get it to Noel Thomas on the outside.
His long this season is 45. Off the post and through.
Wow.
That would have been good from 52 3 inches. In the trot. Chase Litton at quarterback for Marshall. On play action, Litton checks down to his tight end Juracek, turns a corner and picks up a first down. It's a gain of 13 on first down to Ryan Juracek. On 1st and 15, Sheriffs setting up the screen. Marshall had it played perfectly. Devontae Tyler is there. Newsome nowhere to go. Let's take a look at the Bowl Challenge Cup, brought to you by Progressive. Last couple of years, Conference USA has been great, 4-1. Last year, that's a winning percentage of 800. The title goes to the conference with the best bowl win percentage, a minimum of 3 bowls. Marshall, by the way, is the winningest bowl program out there by percentage. They've been fantastic in the postseason over the years. Chad Pennington led them to their first ever bowl victory, their first year at the Division I level. 2nd and long, Sheriffs. A little bit of pressure, pocket collapsing. Couldn't dance out of that one. Was able to find 2 yards, and that's going to set up 3rd and 12. The snap off with 8 on the play clock. Davis cuts it back. Finds a first down. They start the clock, and Marshall trying to bleed it. Back to Davis. Davis breaks free. He's got the sideline and a beautiful cutback. Davis into UConn territory. Obi Melifonwu finally tripped him up. It's a gain of 41.
Anytime you get 5 in the box, that's telling your offense to run the football. This is a favorable matchup when your outside linebacker is so far out. Great job by Davis of just making people miss and using that acceleration. If he didn't fumble his feet there on the sidelines, that might have been a house call, Tom.
That's the longest play of the day for either side. Here's Foster out of the backfield, stays on his feet, picks up the first down. This is 3rd and 4. And a check with the sideline. We'll get some more seconds off the clock. Play clock at 1. They just get it off. Straight ahead, Davis. Oh, my goodness, he almost bursted through again. As it is a first down, and he is out of breath.
How does that squeeze through? I mean, this is just a small back following his lead blocker. Juracek's had an outstanding.
Distance is good. Accuracy is good. Nick Smith. Slitton out of Tampa, Wharton. And his coaches wanted to make sure he could stay calm and cool. And he's playing with a little energy today and some zip on his passes. He's thrown for 218.
Yeah, early in this game, he was on point. Threw the ball quite a bit, found Reeves. They've really been conservative in the second half, but you can.
So the last minute and a half could be a doozy here in St. Pete. 5-man rush. Sheriffs couldn't get away that time. UConn out of timeouts. Gary Thompson with the sack. 2nd sack of the day for Marshall. It's a loss of 3. Clock running. On 2nd and 13. They go short, and that one's blown up by Keith Baxter.
I got to think Chuck Keeter will bring some pressure here. Force Reeves, Sheriff, to get this ball out of his hand.
Barely got the playoff again. Sheriffs in traffic, lets it go. Sideline incomplete. Marshall stands tall. Coverage by Baxter. And they turn him over on downs.
Really nice play on the outside, and wide receiver had a chance. Underthrown ball. Sheriffs takes a big hit on the throw. Double coverage on the outside. Baxter does a good job, and it was close. Would have been an outstanding catch, but well played, underthrown. Nice defense.
And the Thundering Herd, with 5 consecutive bowl wins and 3 consecutive 10-win seasons for the second time since rejoining the FBS. Got the effort for Brian Sheriff's. Bob Diaco's squad will fall to 6 and 7. Don't forget, trophy ceremony coming up live on ESPN3 after the game. Chase Litton celebrating with family and friends back home in Tampa Bay, and the freshman is able to lead Marshall to a 16-10 victory. Let's go down the field. Tiffany Green standing by with the winning quarterback.
You grew up in the Tampa Bay area, Chase, and being able to come home winning your first bowl game as a true freshman quarterback, how would you describe this moment?
It's the defense, you know. Hold that team to 10 points all game. We didn't finish drives, and defense came up and finished for us. It was fun.
In terms of the running back by committee, how did they help you in the backfield, and what was your mindset coming into today?
I mean, they can rotate. All of them can rotate, you know. They come in, they step up, they give us plays. Keon came in late, played well for us, and won the game.
Lastly, you spoke about the defense. They have carried you guys, kept you in ball games all game long. How would you like to give them some love right now?
Best defense on the field, best defense in the conference. Let's go. Yes, ma'am.
Guys.
All right, Tiffany, thanks. The defense was a key today for Marshall. They hold the UConn to just 10 points in a 16-10 win. They get us started for the day.